Last year, when we started the idea of LUMS and the Institute, our first collaboration was with CPPAG. And that collaboration resulted in a lot of mutual benefits for both of the parties. In particular, the electricity market program, where we are developing a market program for Pakistan to go into a competitive bidding mechanism. But that market program cannot be implemented without any, you can say, training or capacity building in the power sector. For that, we have gone through a 22 days training, and all of the professors became students. And we learned so much that I'm really surprised at how ignorant I was before the start of the program. And I must say that more than the electricity market program, I learned about the whole power sector in Pakistan, the power sector around the world. And I've been working in this area for the last 12 years. But I think that I have gained a lot of knowledge that otherwise I couldn't gain. Generally, when we do research, it is in, you can say, an imaginary world, mostly talking about things about future goals and aspirations. But now our research is very much aligned with the ground realities of Pakistan, and I think will be mutually benefit for both of the parties.
First of all, as a market participant, I would like to thank CPPAG for arranging such a nice training program for all the market participants, which included all the market players, starting from regulator, distribution companies, system operators, market operators, and all the different stakeholders of the power sector. So firstly, I would like to thank CPPAG for all their efforts. Secondly, this course was unique in its nature, that it covered not only regulatory aspects, but also covered the future of electricity markets, which is envisaged as to be the competitive market. This was a capacity building course primarily, which was designed to build the capacity of all the stakeholders, so that we have adequate human resource and skills in place before we kick off this market program. Secondly, the very important thing about this program was that all the stakeholders were gathered under one formal platform, which was it's basically not a formal, I would say, rather a learning platform, whereby every market player was free to discuss all his issues and discussions informally among themselves, which kind of developed into a consensus building, learning experiences and exposures as well. So we as a regulator, we do interact with all the stakeholders, but that's a very formal, strict proceedings that we conduct. So a lot of the things that people probably want to speak, they just keep it to their heart, and because of for whatever reasons, they don't speak up their mind. So this particular training was very good in this sense, at least.
Since access to transparent and authentic information of the future projections is a basic pillar of any market design, I feel pride in being a member of the team that is leading restructuring of the power sector that is targeted for the betterment of millions of people.
Electricity demand forecast is an important pillar of the electricity market. In order for the market to work efficiently, distribution companies are required to prepare accurate energy and demand forecasts. To fulfill this requirement, CPPAG has been facilitating distribution companies to prepare power market survey-based demand forecast reports. So far, 2 iterations of these reports have been prepared, and one of the first iteration is already submitted to NEPRA for approval, and the second and other is in process. And LESCO has also created, on recommendation of CPPAG, an electricity market working group, so that this working group will ensure LESCO's active contribution for the electricity market. I am a proud member of the electricity market team. Together, we will all improve life of millions of consumers of Pakistan.
This was a very good learning initiative taken up by CPPAG, where they brought different participants from the power sector together to give them the global perspective of international markets, so that as Pakistan as a whole can transition towards competitive electricity markets. This should not just stop here. We should just go to different people to the relevant people in our organization and tell them what we have learned, and stay together, stay connected, and wherever we have issues, we should be able to talk to each other, and so that we can, as Pakistan, transition towards the new coming markets. As K Electric, we have offered assistance to CPPAG in learning from our experience in securing credit covers and SBLC to have better secured payments for different generation companies, as this is one of the major issues in the power sector today. I wish CPPAG and the entire power sector the best of luck in going towards competitive markets.
All these initiatives will ultimately lead to cost savings for the nation as a result of optimization of processes in this capital-intensive industry.
During this consultancy services, we have been able to generate medium-term load forecast and long-term load forecast, PMS power market survey, and a long-term forecast through regression analysis. And based on these inputs, we have been able to generate generation plan, which we called indicative generation capacity expansion plan, with the plan horizon of 2018 to 2040. And we are very confident that because of the facilitation by the CPPA, our young team, inexperienced team, is now equipped with the required experience. The feedback received from these two professionals was very, very encouraging for us, because the two gentlemen, they are now ready to conduct the same training in-house for NTDC, rest of the professionals, and I would call it a very successful training, and I'm hoping that CPPA's efforts will be very fruitful, and they will be able to launch the competitive power market within the given time frame by the government in the most amicable manner.